know what I had to do. Goodness. I'm a hot dog mess with this stuff. All right, there we go. I hope it came back on. Let's see. I am telling you the truth. I'm getting me some comments now, girls. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? I hope you can hear me. Yeah, y'all can hear me. Thanks, Cheryl. Hey, boss mama, Cheryl, Dallas, Callie, in the city. Oh, there's that banner music. Hold on. Let me get rid of that.
We're going to walk down and look at Rainbow Pool, day use area. And
what in the world is that?
Where everybody goes swimming in the summertime. But yeah, we're going to take a walk down. And so I can show you around and see what it looks like.
Oh, it's pretty cool. That was another thing. All right, guys. How are you guys tonight? I'm having the world's worst trouble with this YouTube and StreamYard. I upgraded my StreamYard. You think I'd have been okay? There's Muffin Top. Hey, little Muffin Top. You think I'd been a little bit okay with all this upgrading and stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. It's caused me more trouble than anything. But yeah, how are you guys tonight? There's Mystic Rouge. Boss Mama. How are y'all doing? Hi, Cherry. How are you? Listen, Daisy deserted me tonight, guys. Straight up deserted me. I was trying to figure this out, and I'm telling you what, straight up deserted me. I was having so much trouble here. But what I was wanting to discuss tonight, and it's been on my mind a lot since I went to that swimming hole, about how much did they search that swimming hole? I mean, it's, hey, Amanda, how are you? All is well. All is well. Gemma. Hey, Gemma. It's good seeing y'all in here. So happy to see y'all in here. Chit chat with me. Daisy just abandoned me. I just called her and she was snoring. And she's the one that's like, you need to do a live tonight. Yeah, but ever since I went to that swimming hole, it's been on my mind a lot. And I had some pictures and I had some of the video footage from Daisy's when I did that live with Daisy's. But I got to looking and I was watching Plunder tonight and her take on the swimming hole as well. And I noticed when I was there at the swimming hole, the water was down a whole lot further than what it was in that Plunder's video and take on the swimming hole. And that's, it was really weird how that, and it looked like the swamp area was up a whole lot more. I'd like to get y'all's research, your opinions on research and opinions on what you know about the search of the swimming hole and how much they did do. I know you guys have been following this a lot. Gemma, Muffin Top, Mystic. I know all y'all are like dedicated to this case. But I definitely would like to get your opinions on what went down. Did they search the swimming hole properly? I'm sure they searched it. But all this new stuff's coming out, and everybody's like, "Well, they didn't know this, they didn't know that." But from what they've told Ziggy, they are watching these chats. The FBI, TBI are watching these creators and stuff, and they have to know, And there was this really weird pump house at the swimming hole that was really weird. It's right behind the swimming hole. It's a white pump house, and that little then there's that pipe, that drainage pipe that comes down. The Fort Henry Dam, I can see, okay, the Fort Henry Dam, but even in Plunder said that that's a little bit further away than the swimming hole. Um, the swimming hole is not too close. I mean, it is close to it, but it's not. Um, uh, and let's see what Mystic Rouge says here. Um, it says, Michelle says it was really word part. Check the video out. I forgot that was called. Some branches were there. I mean, I'm wondering. I mean, there was some swampy stuff over there by that swimming hole where she's at. It was Fort Henry Dam. Yes, it was Fort Henry Dam, Mystic Ridge. I passed the dam. It's close, but if she's swimming in the swimming hole, why would she be in the dam? I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. They're smarter than I am at this stuff. But the swimming hole's a little bit of a distance from the. Hey, Ziggy, how are you, darling? How are you? I know y'all kept trying to get in here with me earlier, and I kept having to start and restart my broadcasts and stuff. It's crazy. But from what I seen when I went to the swimming hole, it was a little bit of a distance from the dam. Even though Google shows it not, it was a little distance. Just a little bit, not much. But it's just really weird. It's something about it. It's just, it just doesn't set well with me. They said there was 2 different videos, Gemma. That there was one with the boys, and then there was one with just H. I seen one with H. I know, that's what Daisy was telling me. You put an Amber Alert out for me. I had to keep. Well, I didn't even know I set the first one up, and then I thought I was just playing around with it because I upgraded my StreamYard, and I was trying to play around with it some. So I'm telling what y'all see from me, because this isn't easy stuff. It's confusing to me, and I was in computers for years, and this StreamYard YouTube stuff just. I must be getting rusty at it. I must be rusty at computers right now or something. But it was just weird. I mean, I felt like I had a bunch of pictures and everything I was going to share with y'all when I was over there and when I seen. But there is like a little swampy area there, right there on the little beach of the swimming hole. And there was more of a beach there when I was there. So I guess the water was down a little bit where it was about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, it was, there is no timestamp. No, Dallas, there is no, and, that's very true, Dallas. It's very true. There's no timestamps on the videos. They said there was 2 different videos. They're just going by what our lovely Candace is telling them. And we all know about our lovely Candace. First, she told them that H wasn't even there, and then she come out and told him H was there, and why she went and got him and so forth. But yes, and yes, Callie, just being there was like an eerie feeling. When I was there, it was just an eerie feeling. It was when I was a child, my sister used to take me over there, and I swam on the clean beach side. There's a little beach that they have everybody swim over there, and I swam over there. The water was pretty. It was nice. It was no different than any local lake or river that people swim in. It wasn't bacteria filled or anything, but I tell you, the swimming hole was nasty. It stunk the very moment I walked up there. But you're also smelling a horse. The horse stables is directly above it. And there was a drainage pipe, and I showed that in the video as well. The drainage pipe that was there. Yes, there was a drainage pipe. Dallas says, I'm gonna think them were recorded at different days for sure. You know, they probably, unless the boys went earlier that day, but I can say that the Walgreens is literally 4 minutes away from the swimming hole. And like Ziggy was telling it, when she told her story, that Candace did go buy some clothes at a yard sale. I guess that's the clothes that, she had probably a little bathing suit in there. I could see that maybe, waiting on that prescription. Prescription can take an hour to 20 minutes. I can see that that's plausible. Um, Throw a bathing suit on her, let her go swim. They said it was 79 degrees that day. That's what Plunder said. Allegedly. I need to put a banner up that says allegedly. Because but it was just weird. I don't know. It's just been on my mind. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about it and get your opinions and research about it. Because, it's just weird. It's just been on my mind. It was very woody over there. Trees fell down everywhere, limbs. Definitely, if you know anything about the South, um, there's copperheads, there's rattlesnakes, water moccasins, stuff like that. Um, there's different snakes that could have been in the area. Um, there was uh well, I don't know if she got it that day or not. She had a bag in the back of the car. She had a bag in the car that she had got, is all they said. Callie allegedly, is all Grandis had told Ziggy, that she had a bag in the back of the car. Wasn't that right, Ziggy? She had a bag in the back of the car of yard sale clothes that she had bought for summer. I don't think it was that day she had bought them. Sometimes I would get stuff for my son and I'll put them in the back of the car, and like I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I bought them. No, I didn't watch it. Gemma, is it good? What's it about? I do need to put a disclaimer up. I need to figure all that out, Muffin. I really do. Yes, snakes and spiders. Yes, we have black widows here. Just like, yeah, I've seen a black widow. Ziggy says here, let's see. Hold on a second. I haven't watched that Mysterious Angel. Gemma, is it about summer? Mystic says I have TikTok, but I rarely use it. And I'm pretty sure that there are timestamps in them videos. Not 100% positive. I went to TikTok and I did watch that video, and yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the timestamps. I really didn't. Makes me want to go back now and look. Ziggy says it wasn't the same day. Who knows what day she went to the sale. I know they got $60 worth and they were still in the trunk. So yeah, which I've had that before. Had some clothes that I got for my son, and I had put some in the trunk, and I'm like, if he spilled something on himself or he wanted to go swimming and I had something there, I'll throw it on him. That is kind of plausible, but she lied about having H with her at first, and then she told the truth later on. Muffin Top says, no worries, just want to be protected. I know, I don't know how to actually get it on there yet, Muffin. I called you Muff. I'm gonna get Daisy to help me. I'm gonna have to go to her house. Because I just upgraded my StreamYard today from the free version, and the free version was very limited and wouldn't let you put nothing on it. But yeah, let's see what Gemma has to say here. Gemma says there is a video that Dawn took of the dog trail, and it says Yucky carrying Summer's shoe up the driveway. And it's called that. It's called Mysterious Angels? Or is that just a different instance? Oh, Across the Road. Okay. Wow. I'd like to find that. And that was, oh, I'd like to find that for sure. TikTok only shows dates, not time dingies. Okay. 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 I don't fool with TikTok so much. I told them last night, Dallas, why I don't get on TikTok. Everybody knows why I don't get on TikTok no more. Impure thoughts. Yeah, Jim, I'd love to find that video. That would be something to watch for sure. I'm still laughing about my impure thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing about that video, guys. Muff is fine, Jinkies. Okay. Mystic angels, mystery angels. Okay, I have to check that out. Is that the channel? Let's see. I heard that you cannot alter them, but I know if you edit the video out, will change the timestamp. Edit done. Okay. All right. I'm not familiar because, like I told you all, I had to get off of TikTok. Impure thoughts, y'all. Impure thoughts. Okay. All right. Thank you, Gemma, for that. Hey, Cookie Monster. How are you? Good to see you. Glad you come in here and help us talk about this stuff. That's good stuff. I want to talk about it. Callie says, thank you, Muffin Top. Good old Muffin Top. Okay, let's see here what Mystic has. If you edit the video, the timestamp will be a little bit longer depending on when you're done. But do you think Candace is smart enough to do this whole edit video stuff? I don't know. I don't know if she's got them marbles, guys. Remember them marbles I was talking about? I don't think she has. I don't know. It's possible. She might be fooling me. So, but yeah, it is weird. Definitely weird about, how, like there's 2 different videos they said. One has the boys in it, one has Candace. Now I seen the one with Candace and H. I seen that Candace and H in it. I seen that one from TikTok. She probably is Muffin. I got excited when I saw you were live. My farm fixed to close out the weekend. Well, Daisy went to sleep on me. Yes, and that's shocking because she don't go to sleep this early. Daisy's a night owl. She worked several years being a nurse, and she only did night shift. So I'm shocked she's asleep. I'm gonna have to go over and rooster crow in her ear or something. Y'all know. She's smarter than what we think for sure. Maybe. I just see the date 6/15. Huh. That's interesting. I have 2 videos on TikTok and they are no timestamps and they are only dates. Started at timestamp 8:20. Yeah. She's smart. She does stay on her phone a lot. And she has a bunch of burner phones too. Or was that Donna had the burner phones? Yeah. Cookie Monster says, hi, Muffin Top. Oh, there's my rumor has it. How are you? Come on in, guys. I am. Let's see what we got here. Dallas. She's busy on the farm today. She was. I seen that video, but you couldn't see much of it. I told her. I said I couldn't see much of it because I think her internet's not very good, and I told her that. I put a video in chat. Okay. Let me go over here to this other video, this other thing here. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm having so much trouble with this stupid YouTube stuff. I need to figure it out. Cookie Monster says they both had multiple phones. This can be deceiving, and that's true. That's very true. Bob Mama, yes, that's what I'm seeing now. Or TikTok. Okay. And muffin tops. Muffin, that's cute. Do our Diddy. Where do our Diddy come from? Is Do our Diddy in here? There's Do our Diddy. Hey, Do our Diddy. How are you, hon? I was like, where did he come from? Okay, so, but that's some weird stuff, though. And how much did they search that lake? How much did they search that property? Did the news say, y'all? Do you recall? How much did they search that lake? Chip said any on the content can be used as long as she's given credit. Oh, okay, cool. All right. But yeah, that's crazy. You had to sneak in on me, Didi. I didn't see you come in. I'm like, what? Let's see. It was Ocean's Angel was in a chat the other day, and I was watching one of the other creators, and Ocean's Angel was in there, and people are talking to Ocean's Angel, and I did not see Ocean Angels in that chat. I'm not sure why. It wasn't Daisy's chat, because I go around these other chats too. I got my favorites that I like to watch, and I like White Rabbit. I do like White Rabbits, and I like to listen to that Doug guy's interesting. I don't know him that much. I just started watching him. Of course, I watch PG. That's my BFF. And she's actually on my Facebook, Sissy's Bible. Y'all go and check her out. She's my BFF. And I watch PG. I was watching about that shoe stuff. That's weird. That's puzzling. White Rabbit. I like White Rabbit. She's funny. But I have my favorites I like to watch. If I want to get all, I don't know. And of course, you got to watch Ernie. You just never know what's going to be next with Ernie. I mean, you got to watch Ernie. I mean, one minute he's quiet, the next minute he's got this giant thing going on. And yeah, he's fun. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this. Anybody want to come up here with me? They can. Hold on. Let me put my link out there. Anybody want to come up here and talk? Ziggy Zig. Ziggy Ziggy. Muffin Top. You'll always be. There you go. There's my link. Come out and talk to me. And let's talk about it. It's just got me puzzled. Sweet Stevia, how are you? And Sweet Stevia saying y'all. Where are you from, Sweet Stevia? Have we got y'all saying y'all now too? What did Mystic say? I saw your sister on Doug Live. I was on earlier because look, she gives him super chats. I'm like, what are you doing, Daisy? She likes Doug for some reason. I like him a little bit too, you know. I just started watching him. I didn't know who he was. Just started watching. I watched some of the smaller channels too. Jenkins is short. My last name was Jenkins. So Jenkins, like Scooby Doo. That's how I got it, Gemma. Jenkins. And that's what everybody calls me too. Jenkins in the house. You're from Alabama, so you got the y'all. You created the y'all, Sweet Stevia. You Alabama people, y'all got that. You got a different sweet Southern accent, though. You got a little bit of a different twang than a Kentucky twang. Texas has a different twang than a Kentucky twang. But I'm going to tell you something. Alabama is one of my favorite states to go to. I love Alabama. Jimmy, your maiden name's Jenkins? Thank you, Callie Thunder. Thank you. Thank you, Muffin. Miss Daisy ditched us tonight, y'all. She ditched us bigger than I don't know why. I'm going to call her. Watch her be like, no, 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 no. I'm going to call her real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on just a second. I'll call her. Okay, I just woke him up. Why didn't let me put you up in the stream? You up there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm putting you up there just a second. There we go. Oh, I can't get rid of that one thing. Let me get that banner out of there. Hold on. Hold on just a second here. There we go.
Yeah, I think they said they stayed up there for like 2 weeks, searching the property, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they? So they stayed up there 2 weeks searching the lake and everything?
Yeah, I think when it first happened, I think they said they stayed up there for like 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, they slowed down the searches. It was the property. It was the surrounding properties. This is when they started telling the people to look at on the properties.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 2 weeks.
But I don't think 2 weeks is enough to search all that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not. So but here's the thing, man. That place was loaded with red light cameras. There was so many red light cameras. If they went back on them red light cameras, couldn't they go back on them red light cameras and try to see if they could timestamp her there at them places at that time? I mean, they're the FBI, TVI. Why couldn't they go back in them red light cameras? It was right at the bottom of the hill, right in front of Walgreens. There was a red light camera right there as you come out of the park. There was a red light camera.
Yeah, they should have been able to go ahead, back on them cameras, but it depends on if those cameras are recorded over, or like how far they go back.
That's true. That's very true.
Because some of them, they go back only a certain amount of time, and then it restarts and kicks all that other stuff off, and then it'll restart recording.
That's true. Well, maybe they don't start recording
until cameras. If they would have,
I don't know. if it happened that day, they would have wanted to go back after she told her story that day. I mean, like my cameras, I mean, they last for over a week before I have to, read before it gets rid of the data. And they
Yeah,
run 24/7
exactly. It automatically delete the data.
after a week.
Yeah, after a certain amount. But some of them can get set up to delete after a certain amount of time as well. It depends on if those were those type of cameras where you could set it up to delete after 60 days, 90 days, or whatever like that. It depends on if they were set up
I'm
to
sure
that
they
way.
probably have they probably have a bigger memory in them cameras than they had in the, you know,
Yeah, and those type
I
of
have
cameras,
my cameras.
I think it goes right to a what's it
You
called?
think it would go to like a cloud database?
Like yeah, like that. Because the cloud database is like 1 terabyte in a lot of places. It's 1 terabyte. That's a lot of memory to hold. And if it was
Yeah,
that type of camera, then it went to someone's database where the cameras were from.
because I've got a ticket in that area, and
Yeah,
well, it wasn't. It was. It actually was because where's Pat Park? I'm pretty sure is Sullivan County still. Um, and I got a ticket down
yeah, and it
there.
was sent to your house, right? It was sent to your house.
I got a paper in the mail, and they
Hmm.
gave me a link to go back and watch the video footage of me running the red light.
That's how they do it now, and that's over here too in Texas too, the same way. You won't
Yeah,
even know, you won't even think that you got the ticket. You won't even think it until it's sent in the mail. But we don't have it to where we don't have it where you go back on a website and you can watch it. They'll they'll take a picture of your car right there going through it, and
yeah.
then they'll send that picture and the fine to your house, and they'll show you blowing the red light or the stop sign.
Oh yeah,
That's the difference about from here to where you're at.
yeah.
They'll send you a picture of you going through the sign.
Okay.
What they'll do is they'll take a picture of the front of your car, and then they'll take a picture of the back of your car going through the light.
Oh wow.
So now you got a picture of your face showing that it was you, and then you got the picture of the back showing your license plate.
Yeah. Well, it didn't show my face in it.
Right. It just showed your the
It just
well,
showed my car going through the red light.
right. Well,
But
down here in
it was
Texas,
my car. I got a
yeah.
ticket. It was me, Voice of Hope. Voice of Hope, how are you? You just snuck in here on us. Voice of Hope just snuck in here on us. I didn't even see her come in. But I got a ticket right there in Kingsport.
Yeah.
And they sent it to me in the mail. Oh, that's why I'm just like, I know, that's right, dude. I wasn't going fast enough.
Yeah, see, the thing is, man, the cops, that's making the cops lazy,
You're
though, man. They're
welcome,
doing that.
voice.
I think that's just the cops so they don't have to write the ticket out, and pull you over. I think that's just a form of them getting lazy. That's
Yeah.
my opinion. In my opinion, that's my opinion.
But
That's how
they're
I look
making
at it.
good money off that. Let's make no mistake. They're making
Oh, for
good
sure they're
money
making good money
off
off of it,
that.
for sure.
I know you just snuck in on us, voice. My ticket was $50 or was it 100? I can't
Yeah, because
remember.
the longer you don't pay for it, the more it goes up too, as well.
I just got online and paid it. I wasn't gonna mess with it.
Yeah, but there's some people that don't like to pay their tickets either, and then it runs up and it runs up, and then they wonder why they got a big old fine, and then they get arrested, and then they got to pay the fine out.
So yours, Callie, said that it showed your picture. With them that makes me think though, that they definitely they showed very detailed. I mean, if they slowed it down, they might have seen somebody in my car, but I had tinted windows on my car. But, I don't know.
My name is Jason Muffin Top. I'm uh I'm Dallas County. I'm I'm Texas.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm always on Daisy's panel.
Yeah, always on Daisy panel. I told Daisy when I just talked to her, I woke her up. I said, "Come on, it's a text on panel and everything." She said,
Yeah, she was busy on the farm all day today. I guess she was showing
"Yeah,
the chickens, the geese, and everything.
she loves showing off her animals. I do too. I'm gonna get some
Well, I love
professional
watching them.
photo
I love
shoots of my pony, my goats, and my turkey. I can see it now. Them goats butt me.
the what?
My goats, they butt me. They do. Yes. Yeah, they're big goats. I can't handle
How
them by
old are they?
myself no more.
How old are they?
3 years old.
Oh wow, they're probably
I
big,
Bible fed
Barbie.
them, and they was gonna go to the slaughterhouse, and
Ooh,
I bought them for $25 and bottle fed them. But they're really good. They eat that kudzu vine, and
yeah.
then there's an abandoned piece of property beside my house, and they keep that kudzu eat out real well. But I mean, that's a big lake. I don't know how they could have searched that lake in 2 weeks' time enough.
No, it was. I heard it was the property. The properties around. I didn't hear nothing about no lakes or anything like that.
Mhm.
But I was hearing it was the property, which is 11.2 acres. We can't forget that 11.2 acres is their property.
That's true.
That's a lot to search.
Yeah.
Just that 110 property.
Well,
Excuse me.
I'm talking about the lake.
The lake. I didn't hear nothing about the lake. So
Yeah. I'm talking
if
about
they
the
went,
lake. Because there's this little pump house right by the swimming hole, and I'm sure they checked it. I hope, you
and
know.
then there was the cottages. Then there was the cottages. I was seeing them with pictures of them at the cottage. There was a cottage, but that was at the waterfall though.
Yeah.
Somebody told me them cottages, excuse me, were right by the waterfall. We're not too far from the waterfall. But in
Yeah.
one of the pictures from that day that they were there, it shows fishing poles and fishing tackle in one of the pictures.
And Candace likes to fish. We know that. That's where she
But
likes to be.
right.
Duarditi said, yes, those red light cameras are revenue makers. That's for sure. They take hundreds of thousands over here. They do, yes, they do. I don't like going to cities where they have them because I have a tendency of like trying to push that red light as far as I can, like or that yellow light. You know how it is, guys. You know how it is. You
Muffin
know
top,
how it is. Do you
you
take
take
the
the
goats in the car? They're too big. They're too big. My goats are probably about 200 pounds.
oh
They're
wow.
big goats. They're big meat goats. They're half Kiko, half boar, and they're big meat goats. They're babies, but they think that I'm part of them and they can butt me. And it scares me because they're big.
I could just imagine what that looks like.
Oh my goodness. One time I got in the pen with them, and once you get in the pen with them, they automatically try to establish um, pecking order.
Seniority. Seniority.
And yes, pecking order.
Yeah.
And they try to peck and order me, and they about wore me down because they were like butting me.
Yeah.
They both, and they're like they said, they're 200-pound goats. So
Yeah.
phew, I was screaming at my son and my husband. I was like, "Get these goats!" But they're sweet babies off when they're by themselves, but when they're together, they're devils. And the pony's a little devil too, as y'all seen.
Cali Thunder, you're right about that. I never heard him say that.
Yeah.
Not
Let
what
me
she
get
said.
here.
She said C or H mentioned fishing, but never mentioned loading any poles or anything.
No, no pigs. I can't handle pigs. They stink. I can't handle all that pig. I think they're cute, but my dad raised pigs when we was kids, and he'd slaughter them. That image just stays in my mind. Once you've seen a pig get it slaughtered, it's not something you'll ever want to be around a pig again. I'm not a pig person, I guess. I don't want cows either. I thought I did, and then Daisy got hers, and I was like, oh, they poop too much. Um, but yeah, I like my pony. I love horses and ponies. That's
Well, I
my
love
thing.
horses too. I love horses too. I
Oh,
think buck
what
stuff
up,
is
dear Diddy?
Hi.
How are you?
Try and turn my camera off now. There I
You're
am.
good. You're good.
Is it all good?
You're good. How are you?
I'm good.
So, how do you feel about the search? Do you think they searched the lake good? I'm sure they searched
Um,
it.
Yeah, well, like you say, that's a pretty quick search. I actually saw a video. I don't even know who it was. I've watched so many. And it was about how overgrown and everything is there. And there was a man in the field, and they said there was another guy in the field. Can you see him? And this guy was virtually standing on top of him, and this man was under the grass.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm thinking, how can they find a tiny little tot like her
Yeah.
when the grass was just so
Well, there's a swampy area
grown and
right beside the
I mean,
swimming hole.
this man it was a setup, they hid this guy, and I'm like, and then there was a little girl here in Australia, in Tasmania, that was missing, and she was missing, I think, 3 days, 2 nights. And it was a similar sort of area, very overgrown bush, like shrubby sort of thing. And they only found her, they were searching for her. She was only found about 500 metres from her home. And it was only when the searcher they were calling her name, and he just happened to look to his left or whatever, and her head bobbed up. But he said, if I hadn't looked at that very moment, we would have missed her.
Yeah.
So it's
It
just
takes a split second though.
if she
Gemma,
was
come
there,
up.
like, could she have been missed? I think yes, she could have. But
Yeah, with the way you explained what they did, yeah, she could have been missed easy. She was only what, 3 feet?
yeah, and this little girl here in Australia was only 4 or 5 as well.
She was like 3 feet tall. I mean, come on, some of that grass gets
It's a bit
taller
than yeah.
taller than
Yeah.
5 feet.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna have a 3 feet girl in 5 foot grass, yeah, you're gonna miss her every time. You're gonna miss her.
This grass, it was like in the area. I think it was when they were doing the search. They just did it to show how difficult it was.
I remember they stopped too, though.
Sort of all overgrown, but tangled, all like it probably was. I don't know, a couple of feet high.
Good night, Gemma.
I was just in it, and you couldn't see him. It would just look like the rest of the field. And then next thing he just pops up, and I'm like, oh, look at that,
Well, I was watching Plunders, and I watched when I was there at the swimming hole. There was a little bit of a beach, and there was a little swampy area over to the side. But Plunder, it looks like they raised the water up a little bit during the summertime. Plunder was there during the summertime.
Yeah.
And I was there 3 weeks ago. Maybe was it 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. The water was still receded down, I guess, because of flood season, they keep it low until it starts getting warm, and then they, dam it back up. And the water was up higher during Plunders, and that little beach area was completely gone. The water had foam in it, like bubbling foam. It stunk horrible. It was filthy. It had like a dirty look just in that area. Now it was pretty as you walked up the trail and got away from the swimming area. The swimming area was filthy. It's up the trail. It started getting pretty, and the water was started to get clearer. But yes, there was a difference in Plunders. The swampy area was actually more over by the trail on the logs. There's logs everywhere, old dead trees and logs. a snake could have definitely got in there. Definitely.
Oh yeah. No,
For sure, living under the logs, anything can live under logs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially a snake, especially a big snake that you
Well,
don't see.
Yeah. I
here's
You
sort of
don't.
had
another
a
thing.
theory too. She because she hadn't eaten, they never spoke about eating anything all day. The slushy, that was it. I sort of wondered, like, did she have like a hypoglycemic event? Like blood sugars that low that she comatose. Did she have an underlying? Because Candace had the congenital heart thing. Did she have an underlying
Underlying condition.
congenital heart condition that was not picked up? That happens. I don't know. I don't know. I just hate to think that they did anything to her.
I hate to think so too. Honestly, I'd hate to think that, like, you want to believe there's good in people. You don't want to believe that there's bad in people. And I still feel like that I want to believe that Candace was good. I do. I honestly
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Being a mother, though, we want to
Yeah.
think that she was for just that reason. But like I said over there on
Hey,
hers,
Mama Bird.
if anything happens, it should be at least for the neglect and the child abuse.
Yeah.
If
oh yeah,
anybody's, it should be at least for that. And it's a proven that's happened to those kids. They were abused and they were neglected.
yeah. Oh, just their living
Be,
conditions.
be at least for at least just the neglect.
Yeah,
There's
it
pictures.
is.
There's pictures of that proving that.
Yeah, yeah,
The abuse part has to be proven a little more, but the neglect part shows in all the pictures that have been put on social media.
yeah.
It's there in the pictures from
Oh, yeah.
her social media sites.
There's been some pretty explicit pictures I've seen. Just that they shouldn't be taking pictures of a child like that.
No,
Yes, when my son was little, I took a picture of his little bare butt,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
didn't show his front side,
No, no.
stuff like that. And when he was a baby, I took a picture of him in a bathtub, but I put a little wash rag over top of his front area,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
people,
But
people like
some of
that.
the pictures that they've said that's out, I've seen a few, and they said is out there, is they should have never be taking pictures of Summer like that. No little
no.
girl
Like
or
with
no
the
little
picture
boy.
of her, like the picture of her with that bag of food in her hand or whatever it was, walking up the ramp, wherever the
Right?
picture was taken from. There's a picture of her with food. I guess it's food in her hand. It's really, really, really malnutrition in that picture.
Yeah, she was a little skinny thing.
And then in some of the pictures, and like I said on Daisy's panel, there's pictures out there that looks like she's happy to be there, and then the majority of them look like she don't want to be there. She's scared about something.
But you just kind of see the, like when you look at the photos, like the kids did look clean and tidy, and probably, I don't know, what are we, 2022? So probably going back, I don't know,
And they took
3
the kids
years,
to
4 years
like
ago. I mean, even
Pigeon
some of
Forge
the,
and stuff. I just don't
pardon?
know. I mean, like, parents that don't give a crap wouldn't be taking their kids to Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
But then we got her out here running amucks and going off to
I just wonder,
concerts and
yeah, but yeah, and
sneaking
like,
off with Ernie.
what's that about? Is that it? We sort of, my picture, would you be grieving, even grieving that you've lost your children that are still accounted for,
But that's the funny thing, though.
boys?
but
This
but
whole
she's got
entire
7 children
Seems,
and she don't have all of them. She just
she
had
just
Summer and
seems
the
to be
boys.
running amok and like reliving her teenage years. Like it's freedom.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that. Like, but is she doing that because she's so, like, she can't cope and she's so hurt? Like there's, I
I
don't know.
don't think it's that. I think she knows something.
But she's got so many addictions. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh.
That's right. Yes.
And then the
That's very
friend,
true.
the friend that supposedly when she was in that hotel, and people were saying that was supposedly Summer. And then I got a friend did a video with her, a live
Yeah,
stream
I didn't
saying
even
that
think it was
that was her kid. But if that was your kid, why would she sit there and turn the camera away from the baby, whoever it was? Why would she turn it away after she realized that the camera was facing towards the baby?
yeah.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
But then it's like the 6:06 p.m. photo of the boy in the motorbike gear. And you can see Summer in the corner. And then next thing that disappeared off the internet, off of Facebook or whatever, apparently. When someone pointed out there's Summer's arm in a purple dress. So, I don't know.
She was just surrounded by so many bad people. So many bad people.
Yeah, it's like, it was just like, yeah, as they say, the flop house. It was just open to anybody.
You know what, Muffin Top? I totally agree with that. Like I said, I think the law enforcement, TBI, FBI are all paid off. That's why this case hasn't really went anywhere with them. And then the updates, every time they give an update, it's the same freaking thing. If you're gonna
But
give us an update of something new.
They've got no funding. They've got no money. I watched that meeting they had the other day.
That was all about people. That was all about people calling in and about what's his name?
Lawson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying they've lost so many prison officers. They've lost so many
yeah,
officers, so they've got no funds.
They don't have enough sheriffs. They don't have enough.
Yeah, they don't have enough of anything. I haven't even got enough people to take the 911 over there.
That's
This
true.
The emergency calls. They've got two people they've proven they need 4. There's
But
two people trying to man
the. I mean, do you blame them for going somewhere else? I mean, I don't. I mean, if I knew my law enforcement were involved with something like this, I would go somewhere else too. That's my opinion. I would go somewhere else too.
They were saying that the money they get paid, those police officers and the people that man the phones for emergency, they can make more money at McDonald's per hour.
Yeah, the emergency dispatch.
Well, they can't really talk about the case too much because then they'll give it away. So they're just making it look like they're being oblivious to everything. Because there's just so many things. Like, I'm like, I can't believe they don't already know about this. Some of the things that has come out that I wouldn't think, you would think that they would already know about. And I'm like, and then like Ziggy was saying is the FBI told her the other day that they are watching these chats. They're watching these creators. They're watching this. They're watching Jody Sue. Lord help them watching Jody Sue. Whoever's got that job, bless their heart, y'all.
You know, with a lot of these creators that supposedly want Summer to be found, I think with a lot of them, it was all about freaking getting their channels big, getting the money for this and that and all this. I think it was a money grab for a lot of these creators. And I'm not mentioning no names. I'm not going to mention no names because I'm not going to do that. But I think that, in my opinion, that's what a lot of this was.
Allegedly. I need to have a banner that says allegedly. That just goes
if you look, a lot of the creators that were here 2 months ago are barely even talking about this case anymore. You, Miss Daisy, Benny are the only ones that I see, and there's a few others that I can't remember the names for, but that I see constantly talking about this case. There's only a handful that I see still talking about this case. Everybody else got their subscribers up.
I like talking about the case, but it was on my mind a lot about that swimming hole, y'all. It's been on my mind. I've just sat and thought about it. I want to go back, and I just want to take some time there. And it's been on my mind. That's why I wanted to do this tonight. I had actually video footage from it and pictures and everything, but I can't figure the StreamYard out. So yeah, let's see what Karen has to think. This lady a few months ago posted a few years of pics of Allie and her grandmothers, as well as Candace. From what I felt, I seen there was a huge change from 2018.
Yeah,
Really?
I agree with
Well,
that.
since the summer, I think Candace has changed since the summer's been missing. She looks a whole lot different now. It looks like
Yeah.
she's got Bell's palsy. She looks ragged out now. But
I
she's
think
And
not
she
it's
been
even
right.
did
drinking
a
a lot.
video.
She don't have the kids. She don't have Dawn.
She did a video on what was that, Facebook, of her in late at night at a water at a somewhere by water.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Somewhere by water, and then when she panned to the right, it looked like there was like a shed. You could see it, and there was a light coming off of the shed. But that
Mm,
video was supposed to be about summer, though.
I wonder
yeah.
if it was the swimming hole.
We don't know because it was so dark, and the only thing that
It
you
was,
see off the
it was
water,
Was it white? Was
yeah.
the shed white?
I couldn't tell because it was too dark. But when she panned over, it kind of did to me, in my opinion. It did look white from the off of the moon, the way the moon was, and the way that she panned over when she did, and it looked like there was a light coming out of that building that was in the distance. And that was on Facebook. She did that on Facebook.
Well, that's when she was staying with Kathy.
Sorry about that, cat. I'll tell Miss Daisy, okay?
So she was staying with Kathy when she did that. Because she'd been on with Ernie and
Karen, I totally agree with you too about that swimming hole.
Yeah, that
She was
swimming
fishing.
hole is.
Okay, Ziggy said that she was fishing that night on that video. Do you
It's
see her?
You're right, Muffin Top. You're right. Absolutely right.
yeah. But why aren't they letting like that?
There is other investigators in this case, though. There is other investigators in
Yeah.
this.
But I thought, like Dave Rader and them to come back, like that are voluntary,
I think I'm going to go back to it, guys. I'm going to do it live. And I'm going to go back to the swimming hole. And we can sit there a little while longer. Because I am just, when I was there, I wanted to cry. I did cry actually. Even my husband got a cheer that feeling. You know that feeling.
Yeah.
I showed him a little video of her in there swimming in it and stuff because he's not been following the case just a little bit, and it was just we just sat there all just sad, and there was little trinkets that people had put there for her, and like a little Easter bunny thing and a little windmill thing, and it was just sad. It was like it was just that's where her resting place is.
Yeah, I do wonder if it happened there because when Candace was with Chris McDonough, and she said, "Oh, everything's in slow motion now," and that's, I mean, I've had a really bad fall 12 months ago, and every time I think of it, I see it in slow motion in my mind. So it's like the trauma.
Yeah.
So I just wondered, she's traumatized about something to do with that swim hole, that area. I don't know. It just triggers her. So,
Yeah.
See, there was some lady too that had a theory about when they were at that hole, that when they got out of the car, Summer ran ahead of them, and Candace told her to stop, and then that's when she went off into the bushes or the whatever it is right there, and then Hunter supposedly followed her in. So when she told Summer to stop, Summer stopped, and then they took off, and Summer seen that they weren't around, and she went back towards the water. That was the lady's theory that she had at the hole.
Well, in that video,
do you think they could have come back to the hole?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's that missing time.
Yeah, there's still what? How many hours missing?
Well,
any
didn't
time?
they pick H up at 10:30, and then it was 12:30 that video. So
do you think that something? Well, we did see the video footage of Summer and H. That was on TikTok.
That was the one that was. Then there was another one. Then there was another one with just from the waist down. of who that was. I'm not gonna say it was H, but there was somebody in another
Well,
video who just showed the
The
waist.
one of the TikTok ones H is in, because I think when she said he went into the bushes, because I'm sure in those TikTok videos H has two different pairs of shorts on. If you
Yeah.
watch that through, because I saw it on those
Agree.
TikTok
I agree,
videos,
Hope.
and I
I
wondered, did
agree.
he go in there and change into like swimmers, like shorts,
Yeah,
and
swimming.
then
Yeah,
had
for sure.
the dry shorts to put on
Hey,
to come home?
Cheryl.
There was a town mentioned that Summer was sitting on in the back seat of the truck. Somebody said that there was either she was sitting on it or it was at her feet
I thought that was a pillow.
or the pillow. Pillow, yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
one that they reckon that Candace.
yeah, it was a
urinate.
pillow. And that was supposedly said that BK got the pillow.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Allegedly, he got the pillow.
Yeah, it's just so. I thought even Don being in prison, now that he'd be dried out, I thought, like he may have had the guilts and said something, but no, nothing.
You know, if H knew anything, I don't think he's strong enough to keep it in. He's just a child.
Yeah, no, I don't
They
think
would
he
have
would.
interrogated
Same-
him.
same
If
with
he
the other
knew
little girls.
something, then it had to happen between dropping him off
Mhm.
and at the home.
Because you remember, because he said in the interview with Chris M, that Summer was changed inside the house. They went inside the house to change Summer's clothes.
Oh, really?
That's when they picked him up, do you mean?
That's when they picked him up. When they picked him up, and he went to go either. It went from swimming. It went from swimming, or from fishing to swimming. It was originally they were going to go fishing, and then it got switched to they were going to go swimming.
Yeah.
But he said in that
any,
interview,
he didn't have any fishing poles.
But that's the thing. Were they already in the car? We don't know if they were
Well,
already there.
it doesn't. Yeah, it did. Well, you can only see that little bit through the back window, couldn't you? But
And then, yeah, but
Karen,
that
I
red
will
tote.
definitely give a look over by a bridge, and see. I mean, I really plan on doing more over there next time I go over. I might take Daisy with me, and her and I go adventuring through there, and do some lives, and let you all see a little bit more hands-on what it all looks like and such. You know, Daisy's good at lives anyway. She'll know how to do it better than me. So I'll take her and we'll go over there, and then we'll put some little memorial stuff on in that area, and for memorabilia for Summer.
Yeah.
Well,
that'd be good.
memorial for Summer, because we don't know, but that was the last place. Well, besides the video in the car,
So
it's
I wonder
like
why.
a place that
Sorry.
we have
I just
access to. You know what I
I
mean?
just wonder why law enforcement, like that video in the car, is not being said to be the last proof of her alive. Like they're saying last seen at the house, but the video proof they're saying it's at the waterhole, not the one in the car. Well, that's what everyone's saying, allegedly.
Yeah.
So I just don't get that. Do they not believe the video was at that
There's
time?
Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Whatever.
Hey, how is my Jesse? But yeah, I don't know. I definitely would like to go
See,
back.
so before they left, where though is they before they left when they picked H up or when they left 110?
What's that?
I was reading what Ziggy V
Sorry,
said.
the chat. Yeah, sorry, I can't. Yeah.
I was reading what Ziggy V said.
Mystic, the thing is they that's a park. I don't know if they're allowed to have trail cams. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to, how much we are allowed. I know there was some little trinkets put up in memory of Summer and everything, but I don't know if they'd have trail cams. But I did see some local homes beside the park, right by the picnic area. Actually, they was up on the hill, but I don't know if they're part of the park or anything like that. They was just like
Okay.
residential homes.
Yeah. You
But
would think they would have checked all that though, wouldn't you?
Okay, Ziggy, that's okay. That's why I thought you, man. I wasn't for sure though. That's why I asked you.
Do you over here when that little girl over in West Australia went missing? The police, like, they checked every garbage can
they
between.
can't make a clear lie. It's hard for them to make a clear lie, especially she's an alcoholic and
Yeah.
allegedly an alcoholic and drug addict. Uh, they can't make a clear lie with that one, Kelly. That's why we're not getting a good, clear timeline.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Candace and Allie know something too, for sure. You gotta remember that Candace and Allie were friends at one time.
But the more people that know, the more risk of it coming out. So that's why I just
That's true, Kat. That's
think
true.
that they're keeping it really, really under wraps. The more people that know, the higher the risk of it leaking. I don't know. But yeah, you'd think they would have. I just thought when they got so drunk on lives and that they might have slipped up, but they really didn't. I mean, there might have been the odd bit of, you know.
I feel like, Karen, if they, I don't feel like if they did interrogation on this child would get scared easy. They're not headstrong like adults. This child would have given and told.
Yeah,
So
I
I
agree
don't
with.
feel like if he knew something, I think he would have already told.
Yeah,
I honestly think if he knew something more, he would have told. But he might have told him something, but they're not telling us.
Did he ever get his phone back anyway? Did they ever give him back his phone?
I don't think so. I don't think he has.
That's the thing. Then that's another red flag for me because if there was nothing in his phone, don't you think they would have given it back to at least his mom?
Yeah, but the whole story, like, why wasn't it that she's gone, she's wandered? Why wasn't it just that? Why make up this story that they've got? I just don't understand that. It's like kids will wander, they do wander off. We've seen it happen over here. Luckily, recently they've all been found. However, it's why not just go with that story? That she just wandered, rather than
Yeah,
think a lot of Candace and that it was about trying to make out that she was the perfect mother, the helicopter mum.
Off the top, I agree with that. She does.
Yeah, I
I
think
really
that's
totally
about
agree with
cutting
that.
her own backside, sort of. I think that was because of the CPS thing,
did
trying.
anybody hear that Jackson Pierce? I watched his show the other day when Daisy did her whole Rose thing and
Yeah,
so forth.
yeah, I watched it ages
Jackson
ago.
Pierce had another on that. He actually came out about that a long time ago, but like 7 months ago in the Daisy thing, and Jackson told me that he turned that over to TBI and he walked away from it. And Daisy's actually walked away from it too.
Yeah.
But in that same video, in that same live that he did, he said that he received a message from somebody that appeared to be Grandis. And they said that Summer fell down and broke her neck down the steps and she was tired in the car. Now, I know what Ziggy told me, and listen, Ziggy's my girl. Ziggy's, I believe everything Ziggy told
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
she's a good investigator and she worked out some stuff. But apparently, it was supposedly Grandis that was in that chat and said that Summer fell down the steps and broke her neck. And it goes along with kind of what Ziggy said. But it said that, and Candace called Don and to take Summer to the hospital, and that Don said wait for him to get her, which goes along with what Ziggy's story said. But Grandis said Candace that Summer never got out of the car, right, Ziggy? Summer never got out of the car.
Allegedly, that's what was said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, that was said.
Does
Grandma.
that come from that Don had her over his shoulder carrying her out to his vehicle? That was said, but I just didn't ever get where that sort of come from. Like,
I had a mental image the other day. I was just kind of like praying and everything, and I had just like this mental image. This is not a medium thing or anything, and I just had this image come in my head, and it had a child in somebody's arms in a bluish white shirt, and they got into like a white car. And that was just an image that came to my head. I don't know. I'm no medium. I don't believe in that stuff. That's not my thing. I'm like Daisy. That's not my thing. But I believe it is. But that was just an image that came to my head, and I can't get it out of my head. I see it still. So
yeah,
I don't know. But in that Jackson Pierce thing, he said that then they said, I don't care if you're in this chat or not, Don. And they said, I'm not going to let my daughter take the blame for what Don did.
yeah.
Now, that could have been just some kind of setup or anything like that.
Yeah.
Muffin Top. I don't think it's lies in the script. I think the script got effed up from what they decided to go on, and then when it got effed up, they had to keep continuing the lie. Then I think, in my opinion, I think that's what happened. The script got screwed, and people started going off with the script. So now everybody they got to lie now about it, and they got to keep lying to cover that up.
Yeah. So one thing I didn't understand, you might be able to tell me, Jenkins, is when Ziggy has said Candace took Summer to Don, and then next thing Candace is at home looking for Summer. How does that work? I'm sort of a bit confused on that information.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, you know, you would think Grandis would have said to Candace, well, where the heck is she? Where did she come back with you? Did Don bring her home? But it was the information that Candace was taking, Summer to him, and then next thing Candace is at home, can't find Summer.
Yeah, I agree with you, though, Muffin Top. I agree with you. I knew what you meant.
Sort of like
I said that.
Stories mixed together, or I've missed something with the Ziggy's, you know, her information from Grandis.
That's the thing, though, Kelly Thunder. We really don't know who is all really, truly involved, 100% involved with it. We can just speculate and have our theories about who, but we really don't know truly who is really involved with it. I can speculate by what's been going on these last 10.5 months.
Yeah.
But we never truly know who is really involved.
But I've never seen a case where law enforcement don't sort of.
We have to start somewhere, guys. That's the thing. There has to be a start. And the timelines, though, they're just, and also allegedly, right after they interviewed H, Grandis and Candace went there and was looking to see what they were saying.
Yeah, that was.
How weird is that?
Do you remember the video? Jinky, do you remember the video? Summer playing in the rain?
Yeah.
Do you remember that video?
Yeah.
Now, somebody had slowed that video down, and you can hear people in the background, like putting stuff in a truck or in a vehicle. And you remember when she ran away to the right of that video, when she ran away and looked back? Somebody called her name and told her to stop. I don't know if that
Really?
was Don. It was
That-
Don's voice. It sounded
Yeah,
like Don.
Dudley's vehicles
But did
behind.
that didn't happen that day? That rain photo video didn't happen that day, did it?
No, but I'm just saying though, the way she looked in that video as well, from all the other videos and pictures and stuff. Look how she looked in that video. Somebody was yelling at her and got her scared. She was scared in that video towards the end of it.
Yeah, I'll rewatch it because that's Dudley's vehicle in the background.
The yellow one?
Yeah, that's Dudley's vehicle. They said.
Yeah, allegedly that was who it was.
Yeah, and he used to.
Nobody could tell whose that vehicle was.
Yeah,
I'm hearing geese.
and that looks like that was close to the time of the disappearance because of the length of the hair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Summer's hair. So I don't know what the date of that was.
Amanda says, I can't stop thinking that Don sold her after seeing the video with her dancing in front of the barrel with for sale on it. Wow.
That's the video in the rain.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
say the thing is allegedly he had just went to, well, this, I heard this on BK's. When BK was talking to Candace, I heard it. Candace was talking about it, and he said, do you remember when he went to Knoxville and he came back with all that crack?
Mm.
Yeah, he left with $300 and came back with way more than $300. He went to Tennessee. He was still in Tennessee, but that's why I said though too. That's why I said that's where my
acquire a debt that required
that's
to pay
where my
the
theory comes from, Jinky. That's where my theory comes from, where he owed the drug dealers. He owed them money, and the only way for them to get payment was for something like this, in my opinion, something her until they got paid off.
Like she's the surety.
Kelly says, I'm buying a notepad tomorrow.
No, it's just so twisted.
It's yeah, exactly.
Oh,
But then why would 6 people, 6 kids, and 5 adults come down from New York in a U-Haul? One stay, and the rest go back to where they came from.
I think there's more to that story than what we were told.
But what I'm thinking, and once again, it's my theory and my opinion. I think Jose was here to watch them so they didn't run because they owed them money. Jose was there to watch them so they didn't run from owing them money. In my opinion, though, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's why Jose stayed.
There's so
And
many
was the only one that stayed.
Knoxville's the bigger city, Callie. Knoxville is
huge city.
yeah, it's pretty big. It's a big city in Tennessee. It's it would probably be something like a San Jose for you guys in California.
Muffin Tops just said that how Don stated he just got it back. That was on Siggy's channel, that phone call.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a really weird thing to say.
Both he and Candace emotionally and mentally shut down. You know, yeah, that was weird. Well, I mean, honestly, unless you've been in somebody's shoes like that, you don't know how they would be. Some people, everybody acts different how they would be.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, it's just so but the child was surrounded by. Don was bringing evil in there allegedly. He had people like Jose. He had other people coming in there. I mean, there was some crazy neighbor that shaved all of his hair off.
But you remember Don all the way from the beginning was saying it was an abduction. It was an abduction. He said it in interviews with the news. He said it. He said it with Dr. Phil. He thought it was an abduction all the way from the beginning.
Yeah, when he
Why would a
drove in
father-
that,
I agree.
come in
But
that.
why would a father think that about his daughter?
Yeah, that
You know
was
what I'm
strange.
saying? All the way from the beginning, the day that she comes up missing, you
Just
already calling abduction?
put that narrative out there to
Yeah, he
start
put
with.
the narrative out there from the way in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
I agree, Hope. I agree. I think he's trying to create that image in everybody's head so they'll think that she was taken.
yeah.
And he might have owned a debt. He might have owed a debt.
That's why I kept saying that. What I was saying was my theory and my opinion was that reason. But then
But
there
then
was a
we have to go back to why Grandis is telling all the stuff that she told, you know?
Yeah. But that's the question. It's the why. If we knew the why, we would know everything.
yeah,
So
exactly.
why is she gone? Why?
I agree. Rumor has it. That is, you know, the two things to me is she was, like you said, the sick, injured, and hidden. But why? If she was, why wouldn't they want to take her to the hospital?
Yeah, and I mean, if
Why?
you go through
It's
Candace's
probably because it was already too late.
yeah, because if you go back through her photos, Candace's photos on Facebook, there's a photo of her and Summer in the car with a thing on the bottom, text on the bottom saying that she was unwell and she had to take her to ER. So that says to me, history proves that she did seek medical help when the kids were sick. And there's another photo of one of the boys with a big gash on his leg, I think it is, could be his arm. And she took him to the ER. So it says to me that she did seek medical attention at times. So
At times, yeah.
why not this time? If
Why
there
not
was
this
an incident, why not? Because, well, as you say, allegedly, was she no longer with us?
I know a girl, and she was a girl I worked with, and she's pregnant, and she had already had a child by another man. She was like 20 something. She's like 25, 27, something like that. She had a child by another man. She had that child when she was very young, and she got pregnant by this guy that decided to get married and all this, and she got pregnant by him, and she hid the pregnancy, the whole entire pregnancy. We did not know she was pregnant. She did not show it. We just thought she was just chunky. She was getting chunky.
Yeah.
And she ended up taking her baby, having the baby at home. It's clear that somebody had to assist her, though, having the baby, but she ended up hemorrhaging. And her mom, so-called mom, said that she walked in and seen her lying on the floor hemorrhaging.
Gosh.
And they took her to the hospital, and then the baby doctor, the OBGYN, said this woman just had a baby. And they went and searched for the baby, and the baby was wrapped up under the back porch in a garbage bag, and it was dead.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
She claimed the baby was dead already, and she freaked out, and she didn't know what to do because she thought she was going to get in trouble. This is her claim.
Yeah.
But the baby was cleaned up. The cord was cut. The baby was cleaned up. There were scissors for the cord to be cut.
If that was all there, she
If
knew what
she
she
is
was.
hemorrhaging and she just had a baby, there would have been no way she could clean that baby up, wrapped it in a garbage can, took it out of the back porch and put it
Not
when
that,
she couldn't even get up.
not that fast. Not that fast.
I've had a baby before, and I had a natural birth, and I passed out immediately after having the baby.
But
I was
then,
like, that was just too much.
but
Oh
then
yeah.
I know of a person, an in-law relative, and she sort of had this bit of almost like a breakdown, and her house was just like full of garbage, and her family had gone in and cleaned it all up, and it was an absolute mess. And at this time, she had one little girl who was about 4. And in the house, as they went through it, and I'm talking like tons of garbage, they found paperwork for adoption papers. Like
Exactly. Nothing.
she'd had 4 children at home and had adopted each of them out, and no one knew. They only found out because they found the papers cleaning out the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no one knew.
Well, this girl, we ended up, because we knew her, she was one of our friends. She hung out with us. So we got out one night and we all went to a spook house. This was like a few months. It was probably about 5 months after this happened. And she said that her aunt was there with her. The one that, and, but I wasn't allowed to tell that. But her aunt had left and went home. But she was real shady about stuff. Then she acted like she got pregnant again and she aborted it and all this other stuff. It was crazy.
It makes you wonder what makes some people tick.
It does. Now she has another son, and he's older now and stuff. She got remarried. The judge and the guy that was running for the judge at the time was her lawyer. She got out of it scot-free. She didn't get nothing from it. She got out of it scot-free.
Yeah, stuff like that happens. I knew of one here, and she had a child, and she really didn't. It was like she didn't want the child. And my cousin used to go and look after this and have the baby overnight and everything. And this particular day, it was a Friday, and she rang my cousin to have babysit the baby for the weekend. She said, I can't. She said, I can't even come and get her. She was at a breakup and had been drinking and couldn't drive because she had to drive about, 15, 20 miles. We're kilometres here, so it's about 21 k's. And she said, I can't do it. And then the next morning she got a phone call to say that the baby had been airlifted to Melbourne. And this girl had actually smashed this little baby, 9-month-old baby, against those
oh my gosh,
brick walls in a house. And the baby died of brain damage. But she never ever got charged with infanticide or anything. She got off it. But any other children that she has had another child since, it was probably about 4 or 5 years after that, they took it straight off her. She wasn't allowed to have keep any children, but it's just what people will do. Horrible.
That's true. Let's see what Mystic Rouge has here. It's possible they didn't want to take her to the hospital if it was an accident because of them seeing the sign of physical or SA. That's so true, Mystic. And I guess that's what everybody thinks because, Daddy D doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to little girls. His sisters and such. He doesn't have a good reputation. And allegedly, we're going to throw that word out there, guys, just to cover. But yeah, he doesn't have the best reputation. And if he did, then yeah, he could have gotten some bad trouble. I mean, she wasn't in school. Only thing she was in church. I seen that video where she was loving on Robin while they were singing and stuff. And she was just loving all over, but that's what 5-year-olds do. They run, they play in church. That especially 5-year-olds that doesn't have a good raising. And then it showed what was that I watched? And then Candace was over in the corner sleeping.
Yeah.
Did you see that, you all?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was over in the corner sleeping
the hoodie
in the pews with her hat down. Yeah. And you could see it clearly.
Oh, goodness.
In that. So, yeah.
No, I don't know. It's just so many different things. It's so much information. You can barely wrap your own mind around it.
It really is. And it's so
Mm.
hard to figure it out.
But I
But
do wish,
everybody wants to figure it out. We want this case.
yeah, but I wish the law enforcement had come out and give a bit more information. Surely there's some things they could come out and say, to quash some rumours or, you know, um, but they haven't, and I think that just keeps the rumour mill going, and and there's more and more people getting characters coming into it, and
Oh yeah.
like someone will say a name, and the next thing there's all
Just
this
like
research.
what she's
Um,
saying here about Allie and the grandmother. I mean, and then Andrew, he has his own YouTube channel making money off of it now.
yeah.
And I'm just like, wow.
I watched them the other night. Ali was on it, and look, honestly, it was about the profanities that was said, and then it was all about the Cash App, and Ali saying, "Oh, well, send me some of that. I need half," and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" It's like, really, it's just kind of her colours come out well and truly. Whereas when she's on that other channel, it's like, and the Cash App's up for her.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, well, I think you lie with dogs, you'll get fleas.
Yes.
She's
Absolutely. It,
very
it
undeserved.
bothers me to see that there because it bothers me to see a Cash App anywhere and this child's name in the process of it. Unless it would be something for like EquiSearch or
Yeah, yeah, something
something
like
like that.
not someone's pet. I mean, I've got no issues with people. You're on YouTube, you deserve to be paid.
As
I
long as
haven't.
her name ain't involved in it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then this pushing out to fund them.
Yes.
Yeah, not. And I
Like
mean,
I
yeah,
was
they're
telling
they're in a
Daisy.
similar boat with CPS and everything else, all the drama that goes on there with them, like they haven't been ideal parents either,
Oh no, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I was telling Daisy, um, I've got attached to these people in here. I know your names. I knew who you were. I mean, I don't know I know you as do or did he?
Yeah.
That's your name to me. But I'm getting attached, like muffin top and fried green tomatoes and like a
Getting
voice
your
for
little family,
hope. This
build
is
a
my
little
little
family.
family here. And I couldn't stand not being on tonight and talking to everybody. I just
Yeah,
couldn't
no, it's
do
good.
it. I really don't
It's
care
good.
how many people's in here, really, as much as I wanted just to get on here and talk to the crew.
Yeah.
Little Cat here and
I just wish I could see the
Callie
chat. I can't
Thunder.
see the chat, so
And I see you
um
guys in other chats too, you know?
yeah, yeah.
And but there's nothing like having y'all here with me. And when a Daisy has hers going, I'm just like, okay, I can spend it over there with Daisy. But didn't want to do one. She don't do one on Sundays. And I was like, well, what the heck? I'll go ahead. Well, I wasn't originally going to do it because I don't like playing around with the summer thing. I like talking about it, but
Mm,
I don't want people to think that I'm on here for money. 'Cause I'm not
yeah,
even, I've got 200 subscribers, so I'm not even monetized or anything like that. But I miss the crew.
yeah,
Does
yeah.
that make sense? You just miss people
Yeah.
that you can talk to.
Well, it's
I
sort of
miss the
hard over
crew.
here too because being on like basically the other side of the world, and
Absolutely. Where are you
time
at?
zone doesn't always work out. Often I miss lives,
I hear your
just
accent. What's your accent?
Australian.
I love that.
Um, so it's what time is it? It's 5 minutes to 4 on Monday afternoon here.
It's here in Kentucky. It's 1:52 a.m.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yep. It ain't Sunday anymore though. It's
No,
Monday.
it's a public holiday here today. It's our Anzac Day. It's
Mystic, you're
honor of the
my fave
war
too.
heroes.
I love everybody in here. I just love chatting with everyone. It's been a really nice night tonight, has it not?
Yeah, it has. It's
Knock
good.
on wood. We've not let any drama and
It's
but
good.
I feel like as the channel grows, we might get some drama go on.
Oh yeah, I think it's just human nature.
It is. It is. Everybody
And
has their own opinions.
yeah, you get more people in chat. So yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
on panel, yeah, it gets a bit more complicated, I'd imagine, for you guys.
Thomas, let's see here, Thomas. So, Jinky, I made a live. I was just strolling through my homepage and found you live. Awesome. Welcome,
Hi.
Thomas. Thomas is part of the crew too.
Yeah.
Everybody in here is part of the crew. We're family.
Yeah.
I just love it. You know, I sit here and cry sometimes at night because I don't have a lot of family. I have Daisy. And I feel like, who do you have to talk to? You know, and it feels really good to be
Yeah.
on here and to be able to talk to you guys. And you know, we're talking about this baby, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Mm.
We're not saying we know what's happened. We are thinking about what's happened to her. And I think it's a good thing.
There's so
We're not
many though.
fighting.
There's so many little ones missing, you know. It's not something we hear a lot of in Australia. I mean, we're a
Yeah.
lot smaller than the US, but obviously it probably goes on, but it's not, you know, it's not an everyday occurrence. There's just so many little ones over there when you go on those sites to see all these missing children, you know.
Well,
Gosh.
I live in a very small town in Kentucky. And for the first time I've ever seen um, a billboard that's talking about child abduction and to
Yeah.
be careful and watch your kids. I've never seen that before. I mean, in my town. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you might see something like that in a big city, but in a small town, I never
Yeah.
seen that before. And I never thought that I would see that in my town.
But
But there it
society is,
was, there's a billboard, lo and behold, you know.
yeah. I mean, the freedoms, I mean, I'm in my early 60s,
Good
but
night,
even
cat.
my kids had freedoms, you know, I didn't worry about them. I'm in a town of about, well, it's about 35,000 people now. But when my
Yeah,
kids were younger, it was only about 25,000 people.
yeah.
But it never entered your head. You know, my kids be out playing out in the front in the street, and now they've got children, and yeah, it's a whole different story. You know, the kids are very protected.
When I
Um,
was a child, my mom would let me go, and me and Daisy, we ran through the mountains. Like we would go in the mountains, and there was a big tree swing, kind of similar to Summers, and we'd go swing on this tree swings, and we would go build forts with the neighbor
yeah,
kids and ride our bicycles on the road, and like it was. Um, my mom would yell for us and we'd yell back. You know, she'd check on us. If we didn't yell
yeah,
back now, that'd be, but she'd come out and check about every hour, make
yeah,
sure we're where we're supposed to be. And we got dirty.
yeah,
We played, fought. You know how
yeah.
kids are.
Yeah, it was much the same here. It was not a care in the world. You didn't hear of, oh, stranger danger.
Not like it is now. It's scary
No,
now.
no, it's a society we've created. And the whole thing, I mean, the internet and the child trafficking and pornographic stuff. And, you know, it's just, I remember that Chris McDonough saying that story he tells about when the internet went live, sort of thing. And the first pornographic photo got posted, and they were in the police station wherever he worked. It was in New York, I think, and they all looked at each other and they said, "Oh my God!" And then exploded since then, you know, like 30 years on, and they've not got any further with it, you know,
That's true.
controlling any of this stuff.
That's true. It's just getting worse, it feels like.
Yeah.
I heard of, my mom would tell us about, like, be careful, but living in a very small town, we just had to watch out our neighbors. But, we never really thought we'd get picked up at the park or anything like that.
No.
But with Summer, she was surrounded by some evil people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and it's sad to
some
think those
sketchy characters, dude.
I'd be scared.
I still don't rule out Jodie Sue in any form of passion. Allegedly, I don't
There's some odd
rule
things.
her out, in my opinion, that she may know a little bit more about what's went on.
Yeah, because she's
So,
the only
yeah.
one where that's real. Well, that couple of other neighbours have, but I think Scott H said about how that area, it's like no one talks. They probably know what's happened or know what's gone on, but they don't talk about it. Let the information. Whereas Jodie Sue's come forward, and I just think, well, how does that work?
Could you imagine though watching her lives and being the person that has to watch them, the investigator?
I find it easier if someone's streaming it and they speed it up. I can understand it a bit better.
Yeah, but you might miss something good because she pops in and out.
And I hate when I'm watching something and they just go quiet. They just sort of don't say anything for 2 or 3 minutes, and it's like I'm checking the iPad to make sure it's working.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden there's a couple of others do it as well. I'm like, oh, I just usually skim through it, like I don't actually see them live, but I'll just skip through it because it just sort of, trying to keep track of where they're at. I don't know if she's thinking of what to say next. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
But I guess I'll end this live tonight, guys. And maybe we'll get I'm going to work on some more. I definitely do want to go to the swimming hole.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And do a live. And, walk around. I still feel something's there. There's some kind of clue that leads to this baby out there. I don't know how much they searched though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know how much they searched. But I just feel like there could be something there still. Something.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. But I'm glad you all came on here with me tonight and everything.
Yeah.
It was a little later, but
I'll hop down, and it was great.
I worked all day today, so it was I worked all day at the restaurant, and then I come home and I took a nap for about an hour and woke up, and then I started playing around with all the StreamYard stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on a live. And then I was like, well, maybe not. And Daisy called me and she's like, everybody's waiting on you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So apparently I set something up. So Ziggy put an Amber Alert on me. And and then I decided I'll get on anyway.
Oh,
But yeah, it was a nice little chat tonight. It wasn't a long one. But
okay.
thank you for coming up to it, Diddy, and talking with me and
thank you.
We've talked about some good information tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank you all, and y'all have a good morning, Doer Diddy. And everybody else have a good night. Well, I guess everybody else
will be nearly morning
too.
For you. All right. Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Just want to say bye to you guys in the chat. I want to say bye to Voice for Hope. Thank you for coming up, guys. Mama Bird, thank you. Mystic Rouge, thank you, baby. Muffin Top, thank you. Thank you for your modding, guys. I love your modding. You did awesome for me. Kelly, thank you. Thanks for coming in. And Cheryl, thanks for coming in. And then sitting chit-chatting. Rimmer has it. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and everything and talking with us and stuff. Thank you so much. Hope y'all have a good night and such. I really love you guys, and I couldn't stand going a night without talking to y'all. I wish we could have I wish that YouTube had a messenger where we could message each other outside these little chats to tell everybody, what's what and where's what, and if we're coming on tonight and stuff like that. At least the mods and creators need some sort of a messenger service. Because there's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for coming on. Maybe they'll get us something so we can talk amongst each other for that. But thank you all for coming on tonight and hanging out, and y'all get some rest. And Thomas, you just came in and now we're leaving. That's right, Thomas. That's right. I'm gonna try to have us another live and get us some good info. I'm gonna try my best. But thank you guys. I can't give you all my email address. If you got something you need to talk to me about, I'm going to give you my email address. And this is my email address. So if you need to send me an email or something, just message me on there, especially my mods. And I'll message y'all if y'all message me, and especially if me and Daisy go to that and go to the swimming pond again. I ain't going nowhere near Ben Hill Road. Nowhere near it, y'all. But thank y'all for coming in and joining me tonight. Y'all have a good night.